It's great to be here. To see so many women in the audience interested in small business. God knows with the current economy we need new small businesses creating jobs and income for women. In fact, that's the reason that I started Venture Mom. In my life, I was meeting so many women who wanted to start a new business or a new venture. And either number one, they weren't sure what they wanted to do, and or number two, they weren't sure where to begin. The women I was meeting had left the workforce to raise their children, and they wanted to go back to work, but they didn't want to commute, or they needed to work only 2 or 3 days a week, or they needed to be home from 3 to 5. Conversely, at the same time, I was meeting these fabulous women who had created businesses literally out of thin air. And I dubbed them Venture Moms. And so I had an idea. Why don't I interview these wonderful venture moms that I was meeting and share their stories with my audience? So what I do, I started interviewing women, and what I like to cover is the path that the woman takes, because I could say, oh, here's this great woman and she has a cookie business and now she sells in Whole Foods. So each week in my e-letter, blog, and on my site, I cover a different venture mom. And in the last about 2.5 years now, I've covered over 100 moms. But what I found in interviewing the moms over the last 2.5 years is that there are a lot of commonalities that I've seen in the successful venture moms. And I found 5. So the first one is that successful venture moms start a venture around a passion or something that they already do in their life. Maybe it's the mom who makes a necklace and their friend says, oh my God, I love that, will you make one for me? The second commonality is friends and family. If you tell everyone you know that you're starting a venture and you tell them what it is, they're going to want to help you. Third commonality, and I know maybe the MBAs in the audience won't appreciate this, but 98% of the women that I talk with do not have a business plan. They just sort of get started and roll into it. Now, unless you're asking for money, if you're asking someone for money, they're going to want to see a very well thought out business plan. But this brings me to my fourth commonality, which is 98% of the women that I talk with have used little to no startup capital. The fifth commonality is they didn't wait until things were perfect.